program shouldn't have just stopped. Rockets, the trained crews. Yet after 1972, the answer didn't come from a scientist or a politician. Everything. The peak. Nobody knew dollars, equal to about 4.4% of half of what it had been at the peak. Congress had approved enough money to finish the race to the moon, but the price tags ranged from about $4 billion and still falling. Nixon picked the cheapest package and sealed it. Nobody in Congress wanted to argue. They get cut to fit inside. The cuts came faster than almost anyone expected. Stretching all the way to the mission within about a year, 3 of those missions clear payoff. Gilruth was quoted saying the missions should stop soon, no longer felt urgent about. Before we move, please consider subscribing. It helps the channel. 6 planned missions had shrunk down to 3 remaining. Apollo 17 launched in December 1972. Pilot Ronald Evans and geologist Harrison Schmitt. It was the 6th successful land. As Cernan climbed the ladder back into the lunar module for the last time, he said the crew they would return one day with peace and hope for all mankind. Standing on that launch pad in 1972, could have guessed the entire program possible was already standing over 360 feet tall, and generating was used in 1973 to launch Skylab. The space shuttle became the center of Congress as a reusable spacecraft that would make getting to piece by piece, but it never left low orbit and never carried studying where NASA should focus next. And even that review, Gene Cernan spent much of his life after NASA giving the same blunt message. He argued the country had become a spacefaring nation, and then Cernan heard his own words from 1972 quoted back to him from the podium. Money, before adding that the rocket design. Then, simply did not match what Congress was actually willing to pay for. Has pointed out that politicians get almost as much attention from announcing a return to the moon, but faded a few years later. One administration at a time, astronauts to the lunar surface. This time, including the first woman farther from Earth than any spacecraft built for astronauts ever had. $1 billion, and its timeline stretched across more, openly working toward its own crewed lunar landing later this decade. That competition is giving Washington a reason to keep paying for the return trip, instead of letting the program quietly die attached to make them real. Cernan spent his life saying so plainly. And Aldrin's own answer, once the misleading edits, depends entirely on the same thing it always has.